two ways. They can say, I don't have any, or they can say, I have it through work, and they can sometimes say, I have it with my insurance company. When was the last time you reviewed it? Oh, I haven't looked at it for the past 10, 20 years. Oh, you know what? I have a financial rep that, is free of charge. What you can do is you can, look to your policy with you, he can give you some options when would be a good time for us to set up an appointment.
Yeah, I like to tell the teams, say, hey, we have a financial specialist here that's assigned to you. I'll have him introduce himself and maybe he can give you quotes, see if it's something better for you. If people give you pushback, nah, I already got something through work, then just say, well, 90% of our clients have something through work already. Just keep in mind the moment you quit, you retire, you get fired, you lose those benefits. This is something that'll follow you always. And you'll see it's very competitive pricing, but he'll introduce himself to you. He'll email you something. Make it very subtle, Put all the hard pressure on me when I talk to him. I just want you guys to spark interest.
Okay.
You'd be surprised. I have people that are very close-minded when I start talking to them, and within 15 minutes, they're replying.
Alright.
Especially, I'm telling you about the permanent. Just because when you look at those, those are nice. Especially if you go into like overfunding it, and I'll teach you how those look another day when I quote you guys or something. But what about questions, Manny? Like did I answer pretty good on the underwriting stuff? Like what's a quality lead?
I mean, do the rates, how often do the rates change if you don't get like the permanent one?
Well,
Every year is that you have a birthday.
Every year? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But
What
also,
policy?
like, if he said that they don't get the permanent one.
Okay.
So
Oh,
if
yeah.
they got a term,
But it depends on your age.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. If they got a term today, if they want to upgrade to a permanent later, you could do it anytime you want. But your price is actually increasing every year you wait,
okay.
and it goes by every 6 months. So if you're within 6 months of your next birthday, you're technically that next age already.
I get you.
When you're young, man, it doesn't really change that much. Maybe $1.50 or something. But I think once you're about 45 or older, you're gonna see a difference of like $8 every year that you're waiting, or more.
Okay.
It increases more and more every year. It's never at the same rate.
Makes sense.
A lot of people, when you spark interest with term policies are, what, $10, $12, 15, 20?
And they choose like how long, like 10 years, 20 years?
I let them choose.
Yeah.
So, but with term is that, yeah, it looks nice, it's cheap, but when it runs out in 20 years,
You're gonna be older, maybe get
it's
sick.
gonna, well, yeah, that too, but it's gonna be super expensive at that point, and can they afford it at that point?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. When I speak to young crowds, they're not thinking of this stuff. You guys have to ask them. They don't really care yet. But again, that's my job. Hey, man, you're gonna go one day, get it while you can. It's cheaper now. Look at this past 2 years. Everybody who's passed away, young, healthy, whatever, get COVID. You just, more than ever, we gotta protect ourselves. And it's cheap, man. You waste more going to McDonald's and get something to eat. It's very affordable. The older people that really want this, it's more expensive for them, But the cheapest, 50-year-old cheapest, maybe 100,000. I don't know, $35. Versus someone your guys' age, I could give you $250 for like $10.
What internet software are you using Internet Explorer?
So, yeah, that's term. 6 out of 10 people always go with those. Man, I had a good point right now I wanted to bring up.
Firefox or different.
Well, also retirement. Retirement. This team is barely getting into it. I'm really big on that, especially for rollovers. So the question is going to be very similar to what he just asked. You're gonna ask clients when they're 50 or younger,
Okay, thank you.
um,
Alright, bye.
do you have a retirement or 401k at work? You know, and then if they say yes or no, whatever, just let them answer. The first question is kind of irrelevant. The second question is, have you switched jobs within the past 5 years? If they say yes to that, they probably left the 401k at their previous job. So that's lazy money because it's just sitting there not doing anything. No one's managing it, and it's at risk with the market. So if the market goes down, they're going to lose money in there. Now, if we help them roll it over, they grab it. Now they're in charge of it. We can protect the funds so that they don't lose anything, and it's just going to sit there and grow every year. They can contribute to it still if they want to, or we can do a separate IRA or whatever. But we're looking for lazy funds. So that's really big. You'd be surprised, man. All the ones I've found, it's from your life leads because I'm asking those questions. But if I have you guys ask for it too, shit, we could find a lot of lazy money. You know,
Well, I got one for you.
a rollover.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So those guys are worth more production credit for the store than the life. So it really helps Albert here. Now, when they're 50 and older, the questions will be the same. Hey, do you have 401k? Do you have benefits at work? You're probably gonna say yes. The second question will be, do you plan on retiring in the next 5 years or so? Instead of have you switched jobs, it's do you plan on retiring within the next 5 to 6 years? Because for them, those products are going to be a little different. I could put them in an annuity where they'll get a lifetime guaranteed income for the rest of their life. They'll never outlive their money. So again, it's still a rollover, but you guys are just giving me more information. So when I talk to the client, I already know what to get into when I'm talking to them. You know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. What you guys have questions for me?
Everything's through, like, we reach out, like, the information we provide to you is the call will be in that group chat?
Yeah, name, phone number, best time to contact them.
Okay.
And if they're in El Paso and they're local and they're willing to give you a time and day that's best, I prefer to see them face to face, to be honest with you.
Yeah, okay.
You know. Why? Because I get everything done before I leave. Because for the life insurance, when they apply, I stay with them for step 1. You guys have a client? Oh no.
I was just checking yourself out.
Yeah. So step 1, I stay with them on the phone. I don't let them hang up. Okay, because that takes 30 seconds. They have to click some DocuSigns to give me authorization to just apply. But in about 15 minutes to 48 hours, it's random, they're gonna get a second email. And that one I have no control over. Only they can see it. They have to answer 15 medical questions. And as of yesterday, I had 48 people that haven't done their second email yet.
So we gotta reach out.
So I'm having to chase them again and remind them to do it. But if I could see them face to face, I'll sit there and wait until they get it. And just chit chat and make sure that it's done. You know. And then retirement, if it's face to face, that's always better too, because I could get their bank their 401k statement, everything. You know, I'll walk away with everything prepared to start working on it the next day. You know, but if they're out of towners, I mean, it's no big deal. I'm just gonna have to sit by my computer hoping that they email me everything I need. You know. But, friends, families, ex-coworkers. I hope that opens your guys' eyes to some opportunities already. But you know, this team, we've always kicked ass. Even last year, guys, before you guys started working here, we had COVID restrictions, and these guys will tell you only the healthiest of the healthy people could get approved. Like half the work I submitted last year for the city was like declined. They had to wait because insurance companies were nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause of COVID,
You
like,
know?
they were very restricted, like what we can do. But we made it last year, we did very good.
Yeah, even then we still did very well.
But
But
basically, it's your guys' job just to spark some interest, refer to Eric, and he does the legwork for you. He might ask for your help in getting in contact with the customer. And that's basically it. I mean, life and retirement, we do retirement now. Back then we couldn't do retirement, now we can do some retirement services. We talked about that already.
yeah,
Yeah, rollovers, even if somebody wants to start a retirement plan, just an individual plan, we can do that too. We can do that here too.
and then this past month, if you guys know any clients or bump into them or you know someone, I've ran into 2 logistic companies that they just do trucking, right? Dispatch, they have a bunch of trucks. They've invited me and I've closed like 30 of their employees all in one day. Why? It's a driver's market right now. All the cheap labor people, you know, Mexico, they can't cross right now. So drivers have leverage to ask for more money. And if they're not getting it from that company, that small, you know, freight company, then they're going across the street to another company that'll pay them a little more, right? So these guys want to create incentives for them now. Hey, we'll give you life insurance, we'll give you retirement and health insurance. Stay here. And that's where I come in and I'm just setting them up. You know, so in one shot I'll knock out 30 apps or whatever for you guys. But if you guys have clients you speak to and you see that they work for a company like that, maybe ask if we can speak to their boss and offer some benefits to them. And obviously you guys come in and offer home and auto and all that too, right? But those have been money, easy money, because I'm telling you the bosses want it to keep the employees to stay there. And it's a tax deduction for them. You know, so it's a win-win-win situation, but I'm on my second one right now.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
So
Second
one lead,
company?
man. Just one lead. Hey, yeah, come on over.
Really?
And then, hey, dude, this is my boss. Oh, yeah, come on in. Oh, I'm looking for some. I've been thinking about that. You know, I've had so many drivers leave. I don't know what to do. Hey, well, have you thought about this? That's a good idea. I'm like, this is how much it would be. I come back the next day, run 30 quotes.
How did you get the leader?
I'm telling you, it was like an average lead, like when you guys send me. It just so happens that they work for a company like that. So when I go, because you know, I've told you I've been going to go get signatures. I go to collect it,
How much
and
production
then they are.
credit? How much production credit, more or less?
The lowest is like 8,000 production credit
For the group or
for
for
the
an
group.
Group term?
For the group.
It's a
term.
lot. So if you guys were to get a policy like that, I would pay you guys a lot of money, yeah.
No. And half of them, when I left, got approved that same day. Because I'm telling you guys, if they're really healthy, young, they'll get approved right away. And you know what? I shouldn't even say that, man, because it so happens I know one of the girls. I went to high school there. She worked in the office. She's super healthy, and she got selected to do a medical exam. It's just random, so she's not approved yet, but she will be. You know, so the medical exams, it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. It's just random. Either you get picked or you don't. But Lincoln, man, is really fast now.
Yeah?
I'm not doing protective anymore, bro.
Oh,
Lincoln,
really?
yeah, Lincoln.
You're even doing terms through Lincoln?
Dude, they get approved like the same day now. Sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, how did it change?
Well, now we have 3 companies. So the whole country's spread out. They're putting business in all the other
Okay.
ones. Plus, they hired more staff, so
Good,
they're faster.
good,
But
good, man.
I don't know, Jeanette, Michelle, Manny, anything else I missed for them, you think?
I mean, you were gonna go into underwriting before Andre asked you.
Okay, I mean, worst case scenario, guys, if they do everything for me on a timely manner, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks tops is the longest they'll take for an approval. Meaning they did everything for me. We're just waiting for a verdict from the underwriter. Because at the end of the day, I have a huge list. Me and my assistant, we're on it every day. We're answering questions because they want to pull medical records from a doctor. Because maybe they failed to disclose something to us. So it's very important that I have these clients be kind of somewhat honest with me. Because if anything pulls up, that's just ammunition for them to want to pick on them and look up at the record themselves. You know. So.
What happened with Adi? What did you do? And how they were saying like she's too little for her age or whatever?
Yeah, I guess they have some sort. It's because they have a BMI chart with their height, their weight due to their age.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I guess they didn't believe us.
That's crazy because like
Yeah.
out of like her little, when I go pick her up, like she's like tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's taller than a lot of the little
Yeah.
girls there. And she's
Yeah.
chunkier.
Yeah, I had to write a little statement. Hey, I saw the client myself. This is a very healthy child, normal height and weight. She's only aged this.
Like my
This is
little
the date
one,
of birth.
she's
but-
the one that's like literally wearing 18 months and she's 3. Like she's
Yeah.
the small one. My older one, she's like, wears 5T.
Yeah. Kids are supposed to get approved like either the same day, if not 3 days tops. Kids. They don't have to do a medical exam, nothing. They're approved right away. You know. She's talking about her daughter right now. And they gave me a lot of trouble because apparently they thought she was short for her age. But we got it squared away.
Who's
Adi,
this?
my daughter,
Yeah, daughters.
my 4-year-old.
She's too short for her age?
Yeah. But her 2 daughters are through, so you'll see them placed tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
No, she's, I think she's bigger like than a lot of the little girls. Like she's chunkier, she's taller than a lot of the little girls. Like her little
This is
friend.
her oldest.
She's the oldest.
My daughter was the same thing. Like when she was 4, she was wearing a 5T.
Yeah,
She's like
see,
a giant. You
My,
see all
yeah,
the kids in
exactly.
like kindergarten.
She's like
baby.
tall. She's like the same size as a lot of the boys, and taller than like a lot of the little boys. And then my youngest, she's the tiny one. So it's really like maybe an issue with my oldest. And my youngest is the one that's small, skinny,
Yeah.
wearing a smaller size. She's 3 and she's wearing 18 months 2T.
That's how mine were too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those I'm telling you guys, those truckers, even prior to me visiting their companies now, those are easy closes. Because they drive all day, they're in, you know, they have a hazardous job. They see crazy accidents out there, and then most of them don't even have a retirement account. So they like the permanent ones I was telling you about. Some of these guys, like one Daniela, can I say that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniela's, how much was like 600 a month or something like that? You know,
Well, like,
it was
all
like-
close to 7,000 production credit.
Yeah, just one. Cause they make good money, right? And they
Oh, he
don't
was a
have
truck-
anything.
He was a driver?
Yeah, he's a truck driver. Yeah. So they make good money. They're on the road. They know the value of this, but they don't have a retirement either. So it's like a 2-for-1 product for them. So he just overfunds it. That's his little investment. And I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was gonna make him close to $1 million by the time he was 65.
By getting a permanent?
A permanent, paying $600 a month. Yeah. So, yeah, drivers are. You guys, just eyeballs should like really go open when you guys are talking to someone like that.
Right.
And then the second one would be anybody in the medical field. Nurses, doctors, obviously they see crazy stuff out every day. They know the value of this. They're pretty quick to say yes
No.
or want more.
An interactive. So that's why it's so important to ask what somebody does for a living. It's so crucial because you can identify so many things, right? If somebody doesn't take, if let's say you can't close the home and auto, that doesn't mean you can't, do other things, right? You should be able to talk about life in retirement or whatever. doesn't mean, I mean, we've had a lot of sales like that. Can't close their home and their auto, but hey, you know, this person has been thinking about life insurance for a long time, they have never talked to anybody. Or somebody is, you know, about to retire and they're concerned about where their money's at. Those are things that you can benefit from.
Yeah.
And you're only licensed in Texas too, or?
And New Mexico.
In New Mexico?
And if it's any other state and it's a good case, me and Albert need to buy the license there. It's typically like 40 to 100 bucks
Now,
max.
they
and
said
then,
we can, they said we can do this, we can get another license in a different state.
Yeah, dude, there's an agent somewhere in Dallas. I
But
don't
does
know his
my
name, but
agent-
that dude has 15 states.
But does my agency need to be licensed in the state, or is it just the individual? Do you know that?
I'll find out for you, the agency.
Well,
but
at
for
that
sure,
time-
me and you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Why, you have people out of another state or what?
Yeah, I know some nurses and doctors like Colorado, California.
Okay.
Not a bunch, but I mean like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as they're pretty serious about it, yeah. I'm happy to pay for it. Trying to think of some good, successful stories. But like, yeah, there's this one client. Apparently he's been a client for Omar Salazar for years, man. This guy's 71. And he has everything, his home, his autos, his business, everything with Allstate. So you look at his profile, you think this guy doesn't need anything. He's solid, he's good. But they did their due diligence, they asked about life. And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? So when I walked in there, he not only wanted a life insurance for himself, but he wants a key man insurance on himself. So he's an owner of a business, and that business has $16 million in that bank account right now. So he's already up there in age. He knows he doesn't have much time left. So key man insurance is saying, I want a policy on myself because when I die, I want whatever, $3 million to go to the business, not to a beneficiary, my wife, whatever, but to the business, so that my kids have enough capital to expand the business and keep it growing, because my business is the legacy.
So kind of like a will?
Sure, yeah, but business purposes only.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. So, got that, and then he wanted me to sign up I think he had like 12 employees, so we got them all life, and then he wanted a little simple IRA for all of them, and then because he has millions of dollars in the bank, not doing anything, he's giving me $500,000 to put into an annuity. So that's gonna give the store 25,000 production credit, which I'm supposed to try to get these stores to 30 every year. So that one practically got me the whole year's goal for the agent, you know? And it was all that one lead. So that girl got a really nice payday out of all these products that I did and all these people, you know? So we just gotta ask, you know? It doesn't matter if they have something or not, just always ask, because shit, it could be your lucky day. But I like to go out there, man. Especially right now, the end of the year, obviously December. December is a really weird month here at Allstate. Anything we turn in hardly ever goes through until January. So in reality, I only have till the end of November to submit as much business as I can and try my best to get that shit approved and get it out. You know?
Like your only, I guess, seasonal kind of thing? Or
Yeah,
just,
because I guess the holidays and then the underwriters, like everybody who's like needing thousands of production credit left to hit their goal, they're just bombarding, submitting business like crazy, that the underwriters shut down in December. They say, hey, anything you're submitting from this day forward, we'll get to it, but when we get to it. Right now, priority is whatever was this date after, we need to get this out to close the year. So we only have like a month and a half left. And we're set up pretty well. I mean, I know I hit his minimum goal already for sure. But everything else, it's just money for you guys, man. Look at it that way. Because they get what, $100 every closed life, and then rollovers is $250, I think.
Rollover. Oh, I don't know that it's 250. Not sure.
I think it's 250. Yeah. But yeah, you guys have any other questions? Maybe about a prospect you guys have in mind, if it's a good lead or not, or something, or
Right now, I know I'm gonna have one that's gonna want a life, quote. She's 63. Supposed to talk to her tomorrow to find out for sure, but
all right.
I don't know. If already sounds interested, I think I just gotta get her information down, see when she's available.
Okay.
But, yeah, no more tomorrow.
Yeah. Just name, date of birth, phone number, and then best time to call. That's really all I need. Any note will help me. Sometimes these guys, hey, you know what? She's searching for 500,000 or more or something. Like if they say anything like that, just whatever can help me, guys. Cause I try my best to follow up with a bunch of calls for you guys, cause they don't always pick up when you guys tell me. Hey, call her at Friday at 1. There I am. They don't pick up. So I'll try, maybe twice a day. But if not, if I have downtime, I'm calling people from the previous weeks, trying to get them to pick up finally. You know, so any note you all can give me just speeds up the conversation so that I can hurry up and close it and get to the next one. Okay. You know? And then don't be shy. Ask me, hey, how are these leads doing? I'll pop in here every now and then, but if not, message me. You know, but I will need your help for sure at some point. Like right now, I need Manny's help to get this guy to sign the form for me. Sometimes these guys don't do their second email on time. They're not picking me up anymore. You know, they recognize my number or whatever. I'll need your help. Ask them. Like Jeanette just got one done for me right now that I was having trouble with, but she got her to do it. You know, it's just, we're partners, man. I need your help, so we all get paid, you know?
So for life, it also goes with young children, right?
Yes, a baby that's a day old can have a life policy.
And how does that usually work? Say I wanna add like my 5-year-old and my almost 2-year-old. How?
So, 100,000, it goes for term and permanent, okay? 100,000 is the lowest I can give anybody on life insurance. For kids, it's the same, but the rule is they are not allowed to have more coverage than their parent. It has to be the same, or the parent has to have more. Okay? Her kids are 3 and 4. And if I remember correctly, she could tell us right now. I think it was like $52 a month for each of them, and she got them more permanent policies, the ones that build cash value. So it's like their own little savings account. And again, she can tell us right now, but if I remember correctly, by the time they're 20, there's like 25,000 in there, and then when they're like 60, it was like something crazy high, like 400,000 or 500,000 cash value. Just paying $50 a month because you started them so young. You know, for us to make 500,000 by that age, we have to pay at least like 120, 150, or more to get there. So, if you're thinking about your children, don't think of this as a short-term goal, like enough money for full college tuition, because it's not going to do that. That's more of a 529 plan, which is a college savings account only. That has more stocks in it that will help it grow faster in a short term. This is more of a, obviously life insurance, but of a long-term gift that you're giving them. Hey, I started this when you were young. Now you keep it going. You're 20 years old, you're a big boy now, you start paying those $50. But don't let it go, because if you do, if you keep this, you're gonna thank me one day. You're gonna have thousands of dollars, you know, and it's significant, like big time. Like I could run one real quick before I go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised, bro. This guy, you've seen him, right, Jesus?
Yeah.
He got preferred rating.
Why are you surprised? I honestly haven't seen him without his riding gear, so I don't know if he's thin or fat or what.
He's got a bunta, for sure. But he got preferred rating.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, I got an email this morning.
About
Anyone
him?
who will fall standard 1 through 3 level will automatically be upgraded to a standard rating.
Okay.
So that just means like,
Why are they being upgraded?
well, that just means it's good news. Like, their price won't go up,
Okay.
even if they're like overweight or whatever. They're still gonna get a cheap price now, and it started today.
That's cool.
And I was even thinking of certain people like that. Those 2 leads you gave me, the food truck people. That, nah, dude, she's still excessive. Yeah.
Otto just passed a drug and alcohol education awareness class.
Who?
Otto just sent me this.
He sent you that?
Well, I'm texting him. Messaging.
Ask him when he could do a medical exam.
No, what I was gonna ask him is,
No.
No?
No. The summit?
No, they had an agent meeting.
Oh no, we had a summit these past 3 days.
Oh, I have to talk to you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wanna name me a name?
Go back to watching the videos.
Give
Oh,
me
you guys
a-
are talking? Oh, okay.
Wanna give me a name?
Was Mike
A child? Just
Jayleen.
Jayleen?
Jayleen?
Jay-A-Y?
Leen.
We're just waiting on that.
Last name?
Martinez.
Temporary, right?
How old?
5.
For now, what are you going to be doing? Like, just still doing meetings and until,
Just do a few more leads, sell a few more.
are you going to do leads or? You want me to do like, yes, I got this right now, they go do chance.
Did you just get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gross.
Okay.
It just got assigned to you.
Okay. So take care of that, right? Okay.
So once you get your temporary, we'll send it to all stage.
Alright.
After this, I'm gonna head out, right? Supposed to be there already.
Alright, see you guys there. Anything? No, you're good?
mm-hmm.
Alright.